Thank you, thank you, thank you everyone. Thank you for being here today. Today I feel honored and privileged to be here with all of you for this graduation ceremony of the Summer Film School 2019. It has been an incredible 8 weeks over the course of the summer where we greatly improved our videography skills, and I can't believe it's over now. It has been so much fun and I can't believe that I will not get to shoot anymore. What's that? Oh, we still have 1 week left? Oh, this is the final episode. Oh, I still have to film it, right? Oh, so it's not over yet. Oh, well. Let me get out of this clothing because it's fucking hot. Feels much better. Alright, welcome back to week 7, the penultimate episode of the Summer Film School 2019. So apologies about last week because there was no video. I was just basically sick in bed and I didn't really have the energy to go out inside and film. I didn't have the energy to film the video for the Summer Film School. And that's why we are right now in the last week already, where we're going to be looking at a very basic technique, probably one of the most basic, if not the most basic technique in video filmmaking, and that is the static shot. So nowadays with YouTube filmmaking and social media filmmaking, I think that a lot of video has moved away from like the more traditional sense and it has become a lot more flashier. There's a lot of movement in it, there's transitions, there's zooms, there's pans, there's whip pans, and there's all of these different things, and they certainly do look flashy, you know, they are very entertaining to watch and you're always kind of amazed and wow, how did people do this? But sometimes static shots actually work just as well, if not even better. My favorite creator on YouTube, his name is Greg Adams. He does this really kind of minimalist filmmaking, and I would say a lot of his shots, he also uses a drone, but a lot of his shots are actually just static shots of him walking through like different countrysides if he does a hiking video, or him experiencing something. And yeah, I'll put his link down below if you want to check him out, but his videos are so amazing. They are something that I'm really aspiring to produce as well in the future. But yeah, he utilizes static shots in most of his kind of storytelling filmmaking and it works really well. Another example is Dan Mays. You know, he's also a filmmaker on YouTube, also channel below. He does some amazing things right now in his Not Normal series. I remember he released a video that was like maybe 6 months ago or 1 year ago, where he kind of showcased his kind of video storytelling technique, and he had this very interesting scene where he was in a sports car and he did like a very fast-paced cut kind of style video, and he kind of translated that into kind of a conversation that you would have with a human, and the conversation was basically a person shouting at the other person, hey, this is my video, wow, this is my video, hey, look at it. It was just basically just very quick shouting. So he argued that you would need kind of a balance in between the videos to kind of create a flow in the overall video, and I think I tend to agree with that, and I think static shots are really a great way to do this in a very fast-paced, fast-cut video. You kind of want to have a few static shots that are just to create this contrast between different scenes and bring the viewer kind of more into the video. So in order to shoot static shots, you definitely want to have a tripod, because you can shoot static handheld, but there will always be a little bit of wiggle, a little bit of jiggle, a little bit of wiggle, a little bit of jiggle. There will always be some kind of movement in the handheld shots. So that's why I would always use either like a full-blown tripod that you can put down, or maybe like a GorillaPod or something just to stabilize the video and put the camera down. So one thing to keep in mind when you're shooting static video is that you want to have movement in the scene, or you need movement in the scene. Otherwise, if you're shooting a static object with a static video, it's just a picture essentially, right? Because there's nothing going on the screen, neither is the camera moving. Well, yeah, that's a picture. So you want to have something in the scene moving, whether it be yourself. For example, Craig Adams does this very well in his hiking videos. Whether it be the nature, whether it be an animal, whether it be a car, I don't know. But something should always be moving in the scene. So static shots, they have this kind of boring image to them. Or if you imagine a static shot, it's gonna be a field of flowers on a very nice sunny afternoon. But static shots can actually be entertaining if you do them right. So I would always experiment with different ways of shooting static shots. One thing that I like to do is, for example, utilize my drone to get to angles that I wouldn't otherwise be able to with my normal camera. For example, a top-down drone shots while walking through a landscape works really well. You can also try different angles from a low ground, from a high ground. I would always say experiment with static shots to get different angles and to kind of make it more entertaining than just a standard static shot pointing at something. And one tip that I really have for shooting static shots is to actually shoot photography, because the thing with static shots is that you really want to have great composition in your picture, because you don't have any movement, so anything that is in the picture will be in the picture with. Whereas if you do like a whip pan, you can kind of get away with kind of weird compositions or something weird in the picture, because it's just gonna be changing every second or so. But with a static shot, it's just gonna be whatever is in the frame. And with photography, it's basically the same. Whatever is in the frame is in the frame, because you don't have any movement or anything. So if you practice basic rules of composition, whether it be the rule of thirds, whether it be the golden spiral, whatever the thing is called, putting things in the foreground, stuff like that, I'll link a bunch of, or I'll link a few articles below where you can see some compositional elements in photography. And I would also utilize those in videography, because I think they work in the same way if you're using static shots, and they can really enhance your picture and give them that extra bit of quality. So yeah, that's it for last week. I'm gonna be outside shooting some static video for the last week of summer. Summer already over. On Saturday it's already gonna be September, end of summer. But yeah, it's also the end of the summer film school, so I hope that you had fun over the last 7 weeks. Thank you for sticking around if you saw all of the videos. That's really cool. But yeah, I will still keep to this upload schedule of Wednesday and Sunday. So there's gonna be a new video Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesday is gonna be more in the direction of filmmaking, kind of like the summer film school, but more focused on one specific topic for filmmaking, you know, gear, maybe filmmaking tips, stuff in that direction. And then Sunday is gonna be about travel stuff, the travel vlog, stuff like that. Right now we are obviously in the Madrid series. If you haven't seen the first video, watch it up here. Yeah, and it's just gonna continue for a few more weeks. Hope that you enjoyed the summer film school. If you did, thumbs up would be appreciated. If you liked it, also subscribing would help grow the channel. And yeah, there's gonna be some exciting news coming up in maybe the next few weeks, some important changes in my life and also in this channel. But yeah, until then, see ya.